What up, y'all? This is Osugure slash Watawi Neko-kun as you know me on this channel, and I'm bringing to you an anti-Molotov video. Normally, I do not use my voice for any of these videos, but this is a rare case just because NBA CC recording is so damn buggy. Like, the playback will randomly glitch, so sometimes you'll see the incorrect outcomes and etc., which is that weird vid I put out the other day where literally I recorded going into the corner, but then she did same side, and then after that she jumped away from the corner. So I'm gonna actually verbally do this vid because I've been trying to record it for a bit, and literally I haven't been able to get to it. And on top of it, all of the recordings today have been extremely buggy. So yeah, just gonna rock out with this. I'm gonna start out with some shout outs. The main shout out as actual shout out is JG. He has been preaching one option, which is this. This is a very important option against this for a while, and it's been getting overlooked or overshadowed just because of the fact that he only says it really while he's on commentary and watching people play, or people don't watch his footage of him versus Luther to see him do this on occasion against Luther for going for it. The other shout out will be to this artist of the background music that you hear here, which is Bonobo. Now, to apologize, yeah, playback recording on Melty is really buggy, so you'll see some fails and stuff in that. I'm human. Melty, I guess, is human too, so it fails because it's also imperfect. And then I'll probably misspeak a lot too, just because my mouth is kind of dry. I do have a water bottle next to me now, but like, I'm not going to be trying to grab it too much because I'm trying to get this vid out of the way and quick. So, if you have never seen this mix up before, I'm going to show it in its most annoying form first. And then after that, I'll show you it where it's more tolerable to deal with just because of the fact that Kohaku's not as close to you and not gatekeeping you in a sense. So, this version of the mix-up is done via a neutral jump drift, where a full drift will take the corner, a partial drift back will be same side. Now, if you don't know how Molotov works, Molotov or B Molotovs always works in this order. The first Molotov, back, second one forward, third one back. The reason it works like this is because Molotovs hits in the direction Kohaku travels, and if you see her do Molotovs, which that's not this, forward, back, forward. So I'm gonna let frames roll a bit just so the recording plays out properly, because ooh boy. I'm gonna start blocking now. This is at a TK height. This is very annoying. And as you just saw, that is a true block string. That is the main reason why this is annoying. At this low height, this is almost always going to true block string and or frame trap if she's doing this mix up right from this height. If she's higher than this, it is not guaranteed, especially if she does an alternative version. But at this height, where she's at a TK air dash height, or your low air dash height, and super jump TK, like if she does that from that height, guaranteed this should always frame trap and or be a true block string. Now this is the same side version of it. And right here, I'm gonna start mashing. Like, Molotov drops some parts, so you'll get hit if you're mashing on Molotov. And now I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to start mashing after the last Molotov dropped. Counter hit. Also, in this recording, or for this video, I'm going to showcase the frame perfect upper height, where she's above your head, where she has to jump frame perfect to the last Molotov drop to sit there and get this a frame trap. But I'm mainly using this recording here to actually showcase that when she's up above you, this is not as fearsome as it actually can be. Like, it is not, like, that concerning, but at both heights, your main worry at both heights is quite literally either if you're looking to actually just block it, you just have to look at what Kohaku's doing, or you have to sit there and worry about your bunker / EX guard timing. That's it. That's literally all you need to do to sit there and negate this mix-up. At the low TK height, if you have one of the bunkers that hits pretty high up, if you're blocking just 2-2B, I'm pretty sure Alco's not the case. Like, you're just like, fuck it, I'm getting hit by Kohaku, I'm gonna start blocking now, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you sit there and do that, you can sit there and occasionally just straight beat her. Most of the time, just because of the way Molotov works, you're gonna lose, because you're gonna get hit by the Molotov, and then she can jump cancel into a tech trap or something, but... Or if you did a bunker at the completely wrong time, which is on the first or second Molotov, which I'll showcase now as well, she's going to jump cancel into charged AC, and then you sit there and just get smacked down. Down back into 2-2B Oki, or into whatever Oki of your choice, because it's a hard knockdown. Now, for properly doing this, I'm going to show this same side. It doesn't matter which version of the recording I do. I'm going to show you a slightly late bunker, hopefully first, or I'll do proper, it doesn't matter. But literally, it's just like, you need to bunker this last Molotov. You bunker that last Molotov, you are getting out. I don't know how she took the corner on recording 3, but whatever. Like, you bunker that last Molotov, the worst that will happen to you is she'll clip you airborne, which for C and H Kohaku is not too bad, just because of the fact that they're either going to have to sit there and do it into a combo. Oh, airborne, which is really small, or it ends in air throw. If it ends in air throw, you'll be here in the corner. They'll be like here, where they're not getting a true Oki. Like, they have two. God, brain. Yeah, misspeaking. 2C will hit meaty. Dash 4B maybe hit meaty, but you can gamble on shield and etc. regardless. Like, she's not getting like real Oki like you deal with once you see her do 2C into 2-2B or whatever. Now, in a lot of cases, or at least in my opinion, for a lot of Kohaku players, reacting to an air hit is really hard and annoying, just because you're thinking too hard on how to properly optimize it and you're not thinking of them jumping. So a lot of time you'll sit there and like drop, and then they air tech and they get to mid screen anyway, and this is the same case. If I do the late bunker, I'm pretty sure I should get caught airborne. That crossed up on recording 2 like that, and I accidentally EX guarded. That threw me off. And I'll explain the bunker crossing up in this as well. So yeah, alright, I guess I'm going to explain it now. So once bunker crosses up, aka once Kohaku is actually crossing you up, it's because you're partially out of the corner. Very so partially where she can steal the corner. In this case, you can do 2 360, half circle back 2 140. I mean half circle back to sit there and option select bunker, so that way you get it one way or the other. As long as you do it to that last Molotov, you should be in the same scenario. But if it's going to keep doing this, since the recording's glitching, you buffer it forward to sit there and get your normal bunker, which is stupid. I'm going to try 2 140 one more time. The game is telling me no, but also you're seeing me EX guard on accident, so you get to see early what the scenario of EX guarding is. Let me try it with recording 3. did not get bunker. And then my inputs also turned whack, I see. Oh, input display glitched. Alright, cool. I got counter hit there because I did it extremely late. I got out, but if she does clip you, it's not too bad. Like, I'm trying to get clipped, but the game's telling me no. Because either the recording's going to do something wrong, or I'm bad, which it's really both. I was early there. But I think you get the point, and we can move on to EX Guard, which I already kind of showcased, but now I'm going to fully showcase it. And then I'll get back to actually what happens if Kohaku tries to bait the bunker, which he can do. So now for EX Guard, biggest thing about EX Guard is that if you do this properly, this is the same side version of the recording. Let's keep this in mind. This will almost always turn into a same side mix-up or a same side high-low, instead of it being the left-right high-low that it is. Just because of the fact that, again, she's pushing you backwards, then forwards, then backwards. EX Guard pushes you backwards. So you're pushing her farther back, she drops the last Molotov to pull you forward, but you push back, and then you push her farther back. The recording 5 here, if it does glitch, again, there was one time where I tried to record this and it didn't glitch. But this is like the only case where if you do this and she will still take the corner, and I don't get why, besides if I'm somehow partially out of the corner already, which shouldn't happen. I'm pretty far in the corner. I think it's probably because I'm EX guarding late or whatever. Like, and this is the case, you probably have to EX guard all 3 Molotovs. But normally you will sit there and turn this into a same side high-low, and it's not too much of a threat because, again, you push her so far back you can usually jump, you can challenge or whatever. Now I'm going to put it on the same side. And just look at how far she gets pushed back from quite literally me just EX guarding. Or I guess none in that case, because it took the jump away and just dropped her down. Like, she's all the way over there. The 2A whiffed. She did 2B, which has class frames, but like it's slower than most other 2Bs and etc. in the game. So usually you're just gonna beat it. She was all the way over there. Like, this applies to any height except for this recording. Like straight up, it's like if you do this, you should sit there and be able to get out scot-free. Sadly, it doesn't apply to Ace Moon characters because, again, they don't have the ability to EX guard. And I highly don't recommend that you use your shield as Ace Moon, because baiting shield as a Kohaku player equals your health bar is depleted. But quite literally, if you can EX guard your Seer F Moon, do that. You will always push her back to the point where it turns into a same slide high-low. You can either jump out, mash, or whatever. If you don't have access to that, or you're not trying to sit there and potentially mess up EX guard timing, get locked out, potentially get hit by Molotov, bunker that last Molotov. Now, this recording here, this is a recording where she baits the bunker. And I'm going to stress to you, if she's doing a dumber version of this mix-up that looks extremely toxic, because you'll see her just straight forward jump or backward jump into the corner, and you're just like, damn, she took that corner. That is not as toxic as you think, and this will not matter, especially on the forward jump, because she'll be facing forward. So air normals are going to whiff. And yes, the way that she baits it is literally she comes down with the air normal. Those are clean, so I guess I had the bunker backwards. Let's hope I can get this to come out right. I want to only do 214E during this video, not have to sit there and guess my own bunkers. That's either going to clip you like straight up non-counter hit, or it's going to clip you counter hit. And the worst thing you could do is possibly get counter hit. Especially since it hits you rather deep for both the JB and the JC. If it's counter hit, she could probably charge 2C, and you don't want that to happen to you. Let's just leave it at that. You don't want that to happen to you. Now for the forward jump and backwards jump mix up, which I'm not going to showcase in this video. I don't think I have a recording, or I might. The same bunker and EX guard tech does apply, but if she's trying to bait this, if she's trying to bait that and she's not, and she ends up going into the corner, which is what we're going to try to do anyway, we're going to see ourselves, we're going to sit there and try to get into the corner. If she is forward jumping, she can't bait your bunker. JC, JB, whiff. They don't have backwards, they don't have good backwards hitboxes. They're just going to whiff. If she's backwards, she will still bait it. Just wanted to get that out the way now. Also, with this version of the mix-up, in order for her to be same side, she has to do a delayed jump, which you don't see me doing on any of these setups to be same side. Like, if you sit there and look at this recording, which I was surprised I actually had, I'm pretty sure I didn't record this earlier. Like, I'm jumping rather immediate there to keep that as a frame trap. If I'm trying to do same side, I have to jump late, which means that you can probably challenge. You like just straight up, you could probably challenge. It's not going to be a true block string. But if that frame trap there, that means just straight up mash. Like straight up mash, DP, whatever. I don't care what you do. Just straight up, just like if you see her attempt the same side because she jumped late, just straight up mash. There's no reason not to. Like, I know it's going to be hard to sit there and be paying attention to that just because Kohaku can put so much on your mental stack just because she has so many mix-ups. I put out so many new mix-ups too. But it's like straight up, like if you were expecting this and you saw her jump late and she did that forward jump, just straight up, bah, 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 just like don't even question it, just smash that bitch. Or just sit there and start holding up, just like jump out. Like, that's what I highly recommend if you ever see them doing that, because this version that I'm showcasing here is the toxic version. Like, this being this low, like the real thing is that I'm holding up back right now. You try to sit there and jump out of this, you are now getting AUB'd. That is what makes this really toxic. Like, she can do this on the high, like she's above your head version too. Like, I'm not gonna cap, like she'll still trap you. Like, if you're just holding up back and you're just like, yo, oh, I just think she's not gonna bait. I don't think she's gonna 4B to sit there like, yeah, this is gonna trap you. I get it. But let's say you're neutral jumping. On all of these versions though, this is like just the one case. If you're neutral jumping because you're just balls off the wall. That is universal, and that's not going to trap you. You can usually just tech out and tech forward. But if you're trying to up back because you were trying to somewhat protect yourself, if she does this above your head like this, instead of just normally up backing, if you're going to up back in the shield, which I guess I got caught anyway, alright. Let's try this again. Like, if you up back in the shield, you can usually get out of there. If she's above you, while it's any of these, I'm too far away. I'm gonna start holding up back now, and then I'm just straight up just gonna mash shield. So one, if you normally shield, that's gonna sit there and counter hit you. If you're normally mashing shield, as I state that. And let's say you try to do that rising thing that I just showed on recording 5 because she was above you. You are now trapped anyway. You can't even get to the point where you can shield because once you try to air shield from rising, its lowest height is going to always be above TK. So you're just always going to get caught before. So her doing this means quite literally you're just going to get AUB'd. Or you take a late end Molotov hit, which ends up into charge JC Oki. Now, I just showed you can neutral jump out, right? Like straight up, like. But how does this apply to Hime? Like, right? The character with 6F or like 7F jump startup, like I can't neutral jump. Like my jump startup's ass. Right? You can't just neutral jump to sit there and take the air hit and get out. In Hime's case, you can 2-2D, which is what I'd actually preach they should kind of do more to just escape the corner. Just because the 2-2D practically ends up being the equivalent of a normal jump with how fast it is. So usually it should put you in that same situation you just saw where you take the air hit and then you can sit there and tech out. So as a recap, you want to EX guard and you want to bunker the last Molotov specifically. That's how you want to get out of this. If you sit there and EX guard, you usually will turn this into a same side high-low mix-up instead of it being the 4-way it can possibly be. And if you bunker properly, you're almost always going to sit there and be able to jump out, and or you jump, you get clipped airborne into tech out. Or a small combo that doesn't matter, the Kohaku. And I will showcase this one more time, both options. Also, shout outs to this recording because apparently like it's been really lenient on glitches trying to record this right now. I challenged because of EX guard, but yeah, like I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I want to do shout outs, if I didn't already, to JG and Bonobo. Bonobo for the music, JG for he's been preaching this already, and he's been trying to give information on the matchup. Because really, Kohaku is a gatekeeper. Like, if you get gatekeeped by this character and they're not forced to do real shit, it's just because you're losing knowledge checks, which happens to with every Melty characters. You just lose knowledge checks because knowledge checks is like more than half of Melty. Once it comes to really learning the game, is that this game is a gigantic knowledge check. So again, follow JG at JG Land of Poverty. Just Land of Poverty on Twitter and etc. because he will teach you this matchup if you ask, or if you at least ask questions about how to get away from a Kohaku in certain cases, he'll give you that info. And I will also give you that info if you sit there and decide, hey, let me leave a comment or hit me up on Discord at Osugure7251. Also, for all the people that get got by bots, I swear to God, if you get got by a bot while trying to ask me for a question, I'm going to make you explode. So thank y'all all for turning into this video. It's probably extremely long. It's probably like 20 minutes or longer. But I wanted to get this out here. I've been meaning to put it out for at least 2 or 3 months. Haven't had the chance. Been busy with stuff. Thank y'all. Have a good one. I'll put out more videos soon.